Hi everyone, my PBL ideas are the following. The first one is actually happening right now. It's a little project for my 8th graders. So I asked them to pull up a board, the music board, with information about music events happening in Chicago. So I have two classrooms of 8th grade, and I I divided the classroom into four groups, so I have 8 groups. So that means 8 months that they're gonna update the board with music events. So actually, the first one is due this Friday, this coming Friday. The second one, the first week of November, and so on May, until May. Yeah. So the I asked them to include all the bands of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, the Lyric Opera, uh, and the Civic Orchestra of Chicago. And my goal is to make them aware of the cultural activities, the music activities happening in their city, and especially make them realize that there is options for that, because when some of them told me like, okay, but we don't go to the orchestra because it's not affordable. That's I understand that, but I know there is some options. For instance, the Civic Orchestra of Chicago is the concerts are completely for free, plus the Chicago Orchestra and the Lyric Opera they both has like family events or affordable or more affordable concerts. So that's my goal. The way that I'm gonna assess this, so is the originality, because I asked them to to include some pictures, some information. Let's see, and hoping that they come up like I want to read the information, and I want to like feel desired to go to these events. So they have to be original, and they have to be neat, and the information have to be accurate in terms of location of the event and the price. Okay. So for this, I actually need to create a special rubric for all these ideas, because of those. I mean, the only one happening right now that I'm actually working on the rubric for that is the first one. The other two are just ideas that I come up with this assignment. So the second one is I haven't decided which grade I'm gonna do this, but I decided to. So and I've been in contact a lot with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and actually, hopefully, we're gonna, start a partnership between my school and the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, the education part, of course, and they have these activities. Those are little books that, like they they are based on repertoire, and they follow activities, and they are aligned with the Illinois standards, and they have English cross content, sometimes math, and also they really describe very well the social emotional learning. So I think it's a really good material. So I'm gonna use this with the Pastoral Symphony, also to align with the fact that we are celebrating 250 years of Beethoven. So I'm gonna make my students aware of that. So I'm gonna work with the Pastoral Symphony, and we're gonna go through this book, which has 3 units and has different activities. But the part that I really want to make an emphasis is like the relationship between this piece and the nature, right? And when I finish these 3 units, that I plan to do it like in actually 3 weeks, I'm gonna ask them to kind of do the same in presentations with the Four Seasons, Vivaldi's Four Seasons. So and I want them to relate music and nature with this. Okay. So for this again I have to create a rubric because this is gonna be an extra credit activity, and it's really special, it's really unique I think, and I need to create a rubric for this. And the last one is this one, which is also part of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra material, but this one is about the Firebird. I still doubting because the piece is kind of difficult to hear, but the piece is also in Fantasia, so I don't know. It's like I'm thinking either on sixth grade or either on first and second grade. So I'm gonna go through this book. Again, this one has just, I think no, this one has as well uh, 3 units, but the good the thing that I like about this one is that has this part, that what is a folk tale. So we're gonna go through this, which is inspired on a folk tale, in a Russian tale, and then I'm gonna ask, after I finish my units, I'm gonna ask them to create a Chicago folk tale, and then I'm gonna ask them to also put music to that tale. So, and again, this is an idea, but I'm excited about it. And if I carry on with this idea, I need to create a rubric for this for the assessment.